Hi everyone, my name is Sumit. I'm a digital chess coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The World Cup is happening in India, Goa, and three rounds have been finished, and fourth round is happening as I speak. The first game of the fourth round is finished, and second game has started. There were many fascinating games played. I've been going through some of the games, and I found a few games very interesting. And I have selected a game to show you today, which is very interesting. It's a miniature played by Daniil Dubov against Georg Meier in the third round. There were many other interesting games also, like the games played by Hare Krishna, right, which involves a queen sacrifice in the Petrov defense. There was another game by Hare Krishna himself against Daniil Darda in a Sicilian rouser variation, which is very fascinating. And a lot of channels have actually covered those games. I'll cover it in the later videos, but I thought this game I'll cover today because the game is interesting, and at the same time, the name of the variation is also very interesting. And it is called the Frankenstein-Dracula variation. And I expect a lot of bloodbath when you hear about the names of Dracula and Frankenstein's. It's like a very violent kind of variation, just like the Sicilian Dragon or Ivan's Gambit. So without further ado, let's dive in and look into the game. Okay, let's start. So Daniil Dubov is playing with the white pieces and Georg Meier is playing with the black pieces. Dubov is from Russia and Georg Meier is from Germany. The first two classical games have been drawn, and the first two rapid games also have been draws. And we are looking at the third or fourth game. I'm not sure about the game, if it's third or fourth, but this game actually decided the entire match, won the game. So white starts with e4 and e5. Georg Meier is actually a French player, but here he chooses e5, which is very solid. Knight c3, the Vienna. Knight f6, bishop c4, all normal stuff, and knight takes e4. This is actually called the Frankenstein-Dracula variation. Very scary line, very, both sides have to be very precise to hold the balance. If both sides played correctly, I think the game is equal. So here, queen h5, this is the most challenging try. So white tries to give a checkmate on f7, ignoring the capture of the knight. I mean, capturing the knight is not a good idea. So this is the most critical variation, queen h5, and black plays knight to d6, and white plays bishop b3. The bishop was attacked, and knight c6. I think knight c6 was a slight inaccuracy. I think bishop e7 was better, giving back the pawn. But this is also a viable variation. Knight b5, very important move. Deflecting this knight away to give again checkmates on f7, g6, queen f3. Now, if you put this position in an engine, I think the engine will say that white is slightly better, and rightly so, because white has got a lot of pressure. Black's pieces are not developed properly. So knight f5 was played. I thought knight f5 is an inaccuracy. Instead of knight f5, f5 was critical actually. And after f5, black can hold the position. So f5 was critical. I remember this variation f5 looked at this many years ago. So knight f5 in inaccuracy, because now g4 can come, queen d5 can come, and black's position will be a little difficult. Queen d5. I think g4 was, I think direct g4 was better. Knight h6 and d4. Returning bishop takes h6. d6, bishop h6, bishop a6. Intermezzo, driving this queen away from that square, returning queen f7. Queen to f3. Bishop takes bishop, and bishop takes f8, very important move. If you give this to engine, I think engine will evaluate it as equal. But for humans, it's very difficult to play such sharp position, especially in a faster time control. Bishop c4, bishop g7, and bishop takes b1. Not failing bishop take f8. That too actually runs into knight to d4. Bishop f8, knight d4, and black has got on. Black is better actually, because after queen moves, there is a problem with c2. So that's why white didn't take the rook, and instead he takes pawn. I take rook g8, very important. Bishop 6, knight takes pawn. If bishop takes, knight takes f3 is a check. So bishop takes knight was forced. Queen e7, pinning the knight, pinning the bishop, the king, and queenside castle. Very important. So bishop c6 and queen c3. So here, bishop takes g2 is not advisable because his bishop is very strong. For example, bishop takes g2, bishop f6, and the queen has to move away because rook e1 is coming. So queen, let's say queen d7, rook e1 check, king f8, and bishop e7 check, and black is completely busted. So that's why bishop takes g2 was not possible. Pawn takes bishop and knight f3. Now all white pieces are developed, and black is yet to develop this. So f6 to consolidate e5, knight takes e5 was threatened, and rook takes g1, and black played king to f8. And very, I can pause this video and try to find a brilliant refutation for this this move. Yeah, you have found knight takes e5. Give the path to yourself. So it is the best move in the position. Knight takes e5. Takes e5, rook takes. Although engine says equal in this position as well, but it's very difficult because the king is in the center and all the white pieces are coordinating to the. So queen f6 was played, and this is actually a losing Pranata. Again, you can post the video and try to find the reputation. Yes, rook takes rook e8 check, and black can resign here actually. King f7 was played because after, for example, rook takes rook, they will lose the queen. Queen takes f6, which is a checkmate. King takes is also not possible to save the queen. Black has to play king f7, and after queen c4 check, after queen f7 check, and it's curtains because wherever the king moves, for example, queen moves to g7, queen takes g8 wins, and if the queen takes the rook, queen takes rook, queen f8, rook check, d7, queen e6 check, to e8, and rook d1 check. Completely destroys black's defenses. So very interesting game, which involves a lot of sacrifices and initiatives. I thought it was very entertaining, actually, and refreshing from pure technical games that has been played in chess. So that's about it, and thank you all for watching. And until next time, it's